What's good, guys? Welcome to stream. I hope you have food. I got some chicky burgers because big chicken burger enjoyer. Also some Mountain Dew. Correlation? None. No idea. If you haven't read the comments or the captions today, we're gonna do a classic stupid rhythm thing where all of the guys who make rhythm have to remix a Star Wars song at some point, right? That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a bite of my burger real quick. Is it good? I'm not. Let's get into it. All right, first off, I've done my research, all right? Did some research. Oh, that's a good burger. Tasty. So, Duel of the Fates is a banging track. It's a classic style. It sits at 152 BPM. How good is that? Oh, bro. Start it there because it goes. Alright, I have no idea if that's in time. Let's have a look. It definitely goes out of time randomly. Alright, hold up. Let's ask Mr. Google. What tempo? Roughly 152. Damn. Mm-hmm. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. That and then make bang, bang, bang. And hopefully this random section is now. Ah! Now if I do this. Oops. Whoopsie. That one. All right, what do we get? What's the changes? All right. New plan. New plan. New plan. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna grab this. Put it in there. All right. And then we're gonna tempo tap it. Can I do that? Tempo tapper. Woo! Look at that. All right. Oh, let's turn it. Oh, all right. So 160. All right. Okay. So if we put that on beat, does it randomly like link up to the beat now or what? Let's have a look. That one, and yes, sick. All right. So the key is 160. Damn, that's gonna be hella fast for rhythm. Oh my gosh. All right, cool. Where does that end? Dude, John Williams is such a troll, bro. Like, what are these phrasings? All right, we're chilling. Okay, so that's like off center. Okay, so if we leave that at the start, boogity boogity boogity, where does it start? Yeah, right. All right, gas. So that's in key. Okay. All right. So if I stretch this and just make it to 145, how slow does it sound? My boy Balkan Goose popping off in the TikTok chat. Holy moly, I didn't even see that. This is like the first time I've officially like streamed on TikTok too. Well, I had a functioning TikTok. Frick, it's going out of time, bro. Damn. Damn you, John Williams. I'm gonna kill myself. This metronome is so annoying. I mean, I'm in game. In game. Alright, I'm sick of hearing this. Too bad. I'm going to be making a song out of it for the next little bit. Alright, cool. I've ruined it. I've actually ruined it. Oh my gosh, bro. Who made this so difficult? Why won't it fit to key? That's the real question. Like, that's in key. I mean, time. How does the melody line start there? Does he have... There's like six... Dude, who made this guy famous, bro? Alright, hold up. I'm actually gonna go insane, bro. What? How? Alright, you know what? We're gonna find a different rip of it. There's a London... Oh wait, actually, hold up. Can I detect tempo with this? Hold up, let me see if I can... have a detect tempo button? Detect tempo. 60.363. That seems... wrong. That seems really wrong. All right, let's try 160. The tempo for this... Oh, wait, what? Fit to tempo. Type in BPM. 160. Uh-huh. See, I'm so confused. Like, it fits, but it doesn't fit. I'm gonna go so out of key there. I mean, out of time. Do you know? Do you know? I'm gonna have a bite. I think the other thing we just do. Not worry. Or at least. I mean, that's definitely a shout. Instead of trying to like fit the song to, why don't we just use it as melodic builder? How the entire song is practically, how the whole song is probably, most likely, honestly gonna go. And then just do the drop where I need to. Huh? Alright, so we literally just have like 50 million. Good. It's kind of what we want. So it's starts in E minor and it modulates that key. I know what key. All right, so we're gonna start adding some. All right, let's go. Sure, sweep impacts. That'll good. Huh? Mm-hmm. Big Will New, welcome to the chat. Fantastic, great start. Crash. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kick drum. I need to go air out rhythm. Change it. Fail, and we need. Four big boys. We're 100% gonna quit. It sounds like a lot. That's what it sounds. Big Will New, to answer your question, we are cooking up a rhythm Star Wars. Stuck in my head. Oh, yeah. We are cooking with fire. See. Bang! Snare! Woohoo! Anakin really was the chosen one who brought balance to the Force. You are right. All right, Gat. Have these. Going to leave aside for the time. Holy moly, we got Star Wars lore. Off step. All right, cool. We got some cool. Find some rent. Actually, no, we'll come to that later. Ooh. Uh-huh. All right, cool. Let's just start adding bases, huh? So I watched a video. Something recently. Help me. Mm-hmm. Already. Already very, like, wherefore rid of me. All right, cool. Then we're going to add a compressor. Then we're going to add a distortion. A hyperdimension. Now, these are all my ideas. I'm going to distort it first with the hard clip. Press it. Oops. Chorus it. Where's chorus? There it is. All right, chorus it. Now we don't want heaps of chorus, but we want enough that it's noticeable. And then the dimension is gonna make it a hello. This is gonna give us color, so we get duration, growlish, turn the size down to like 35, turn the damp up, turn the attack up a little bit. Just up. Uh-huh. Fat. All right. Then we add a double compressor, which will be set to hello multiband. Give it really cool womp. And then what's the rest of it? An equalizer, which we're going to cut out 300 hertz. It does need reverb, but I'm going to do that post-process because I need that post-processable. We're going to do this. We're going to make it like that, and then we're going to Control Alt Shift click, double click, Control double click, Control Alt double click, Alt double click. There we go. Gas. All right, so we're going to set that to quarter beat, put it on triplets. Okay, this is going. Oh, the reverb filter setting. For this potentially, yeah. So the reverb filter, I mean, we can try it. We'll try it. LF. So what do we got? Yeah, and then we can set this up to change the macro slightly, which we only want it to go that far. All right, and that is going to be is that all we need? All right, gas. I am the rhythm professor between the two of us. That we could argue about. I have definitely made more rhythm between the two of us, that's for sure. Also, hold up. I'm missing TikTok chat over here. Hold up. I need to add TikTok chat over here so I can see both chats at the same time. And I'll put this. All right, hold up. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, wait. A multi-chat? Does it show up in multi-chat as well? It doesn't show up in multi-chat. Kind of lame. All right. I've got TikTok chat over here now. And oh, yeah, cool. Okay. Chat. Nope. That doesn't work. Okay. I've linked it. Okay, how do I unlink it? I don't want it to be unlinked. I want it to be unlinked. Close out of it? Okay. All right, so hold up. I'm having a problem. Live.TikTok chat is now linked. Okay, that's super annoying. Unlink it? Can I unlink it? Oh, I can. Okay. All right, technical malfunctions. All right, whoever's in TikTok chat, say what up so I can say hi to you. Otherwise, kiss me. And we've got Big Will New, which, all right, I'm going to take another bite of my burger. Oh, it's so delicious. Big Dog Balkan Goose in the chat. Woo! Love you. Absolute champion. All right. So what do we got going on here? That's right. We made a rhythm bass, didn't we? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to clone this. And then instead of the combs, we're going to throw on reverb. Okay, let's remove all. I kind of like that, but I don't think I'll use it as a an actual base. Wow, that was hard. Okay, I'm going to use it as an insert like that instead of using it as a base like this. All right, hold on. We're going to go factory init. There we go. Oops. DG anno. I'm going to set this to 17 seconds. Woo! Big Farrell in the chat. Okay, we're going to distort it, compress it, and then equalize it. Okay, so distortion. Okay, so this needs to have 12. All right, maybe a little bit more than that. Look, it's got all of those cool lower frequency informations that we want. All right, cool. Let's take both of these and link them to a section of this. Okay, so we're going to quickly do some post-processing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into stereo enhance. Nope. Wave shaper. There it is. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, and then G-clip it. Nope, not gross beat it. G-clip it. Actually, you know what? Maybe instead we're going to use Fruity Soft Clipper, because Soft Clipper is a little... And then this is going to get a saturation boost for sure. Fruity Saturator, where are we at? Wave shaper. Bang, bang, bang. Barrel, today we are making a remix of a classic Star Wars tune. I haven't had dinner, so excuse the eating. This needs some reverb. That's what it needs. we've kind of already figured out that it's going to be absolutely impossible to beat match Duel of the Fates, because live orchestral music obviously changes tempo like crazy. So what we're going to do is going to come up to the build-up part. And then we'll just start the rhythm drop there with some crazy build-up ideas. The best part is we've got somewhat of an already start. Means we can go like this. Whoa. Yeah, sick. Okay, so do that into the Okay. So group with above track. This needs to also be grouped with above. Insert 1. And then for this section in particular, we're gonna quickly go. This serum 1. Then we're gonna go bang, wang, bang, bang. Create automation clip. And it's gonna create 3 automation clips. Then we're gonna insert this one again, and we're gonna bang this one up there. Okay, so the LF. All right. This is gonna go. Oops. Control. Copy value. Wang. Oh. See? Paste. Oop. Nope. Okay, so then we copy the state and we go into here. Go like this. And we bang. All the way over here. And then we go serum 2. And we go bang, bang, bang. All right. Create automation clip, and this should now allow me to paste it. Okay, cool. So we want triplets here, so we up that. Woo. Okay, which means we need to also up the triplet amount in this so that it follows the base, which goes like this. Bang, bang, bang. That one. And set it to triplets, which needs to be like that. Clip. snare just here. Of that. You know what? I changed my mind. Why did that snare? Is it the kick? Is it the kick or the snare? Maybe it's the kick. I mean, Leatrix does make pretty. Try that instead. I'm confused. Why does everything sound horrible? Maybe it's the snare. Snare needs to be EQ'd. EQ the snare. Gosh, wouldn't it be nice to just be able to drag and drop? And then wave shape kind of doubles in volume without worrying about the so then we need to soft clip it. Nope. Yeah, that sounds heaps better. Holy moly. All right, cool. Imagine EQing snares. That's like what you like day one stuff. Okay, so that means I can turn the sidechain back down. Set them the same. Yeah, set them to the same. That'll be fine. Yeah, sick. Random bass sounds. Blah. Wah, wah. Do, 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 do. Wah, 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 wah. And potentially we could do a tone shift there. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. All right, we locked in. Means we can go articulator tools, copy state, articulator tools, paste state, state, paste state, and then literally copy paste the backside of this, and just go. Yeah, sick. This is fat. Oops. Oh, cool. Copy both. Right. Whoop. Just shut up. Whoop. The random question is, how do I get it to build into that? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that sounds sick. And I could literally just like back it straight into that. Sick. Like a double kick. So how does that? Uh-huh. I like the snap. Touch. A little bit. Yeah, surely a pitch down at the end, yeah? Copy value, base value, bang! Like that. What's the bend on that? 70%? Woo! Yeah! Okay, alright, sick. Make unique, reverse kick into... right, so now it just needs like background elements, and then the drop is like essentially pretty. All right, so what do we want? We want some like sounds, you know, some sounds. All right, cool. Serum, here we come. Serum. Thirsty boy. Holy moly. Bang! 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 Oh, actually, maybe not that. And then I want that over 1 bar. LFO 2 should be set to global main tuning. Send his ass to the stratosphere. Okay, we're gonna set that to, I don't know, 31. And we're going to stereo enhance it. And then we're going to reverb it some more. And then EQ the bass out of it. So that should now give us some cool little textural element. Push that and then go bang, bang. And then put that over 2 bars and then just copy paste that across the top. B, 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 B. And then in context. Is there a double? That's why it's so fat there. It's double kicked. Bro, that makes so much more sense. Okay, cool. Okay, I changed my mind about the sound slightly. I'm gonna make it a little bit more less detune. Did we just add like a second bass? Open hats, open hats, open hat, open hat. What do you got for me? Bang! Mm-hmm. Change my mind. Wow, wow. Wop. I'm actually. That's super annoying when it's super repetitive with nothing over. But that's all right. Okay, so what do we want? We want hello reverb. We want it to be super washed out. We need super. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make a patcher. I can't remember how to make the patcher for it. Actually, you know what? We'll just do it from scratch our own selves, and then I'll sit down and make a patch at some point. So we want a parametric EQ. We want a reverb. We want this to have hella washout. Would help if we put it on the right thing. Suck. All right. So parametric EQ, then the reverb. Bang. Mm-hmm. Wah, 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 wah. Welcome back, Will. Big dog. We still cooking, baby. We still cooking. So far, we're working on a little bit of the build up. Well, I mean build up. We mean like the drop, because essentially, really, the first half of the song is the build up. So delete, 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 delete. Oop, oop, bang. Like that. And down like that. I have an idea about this instead as well. What if we just go with the triplet fill, and then we can add like a really cool triplet drum fill instead. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create an automation clip for the decay. I'm going to go down. You should have this rhythm bass filtered as a long one shot that gradually increases in volume as the ending part of the... You know what? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Hold up. I have a hella good idea for that. Okay, hold up. So we're going to clone this. We're going to delete all of this. Then we're going to delete this, and then we're going to go pattern 4, and it's going to go here, insert 1. And that's going to go across all the way to that. And then we're going to have something Darth Vader-y that says something about you cannot something or other to the dark side. Something like that. It'll be sick. And then we can add like lasers, like the X-Wing fighters. Pew, pew, pew. This is not the one we want it to be on. He sent me a crip in Discord. Speed macro. Okay, cool. And then we're going to change the pitch macro on that as well. So, okay, so. Whip him. Whip him. So it's going to start from down. Okay, so wait, I can still add those in, can't I? Free mixer, and then that's the decay time. I can add that in, and then I can also add in that one. Okay, cool. So then I can insert one, and group that. Now we just need like hella claps and we just need claps. This is gonna sound really weird when it's like not in context, but it's gonna sound sick when it's. What we're gonna add this. We're gonna back, and then we're gonna 5 more. It needs to be a shortcut for insert 1. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it 3. Ba, 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 ba. Big kick sweep. Right click and press I. Oh! That's gas. Actually insane. Why do you know so many shortcuts? What? Don't answer that question. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Involves Darth Vader breathing. I think Darth Vader 10 hours. There's 10 hours of highest quality Darth Vader breathing. I don't how I feel about 10 hours of it. Like that's sick. Okay, so I need a 320 kbp. Bang, bang, bang. Cool. And then the other one is just because.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Yeah, gas. That sounds sick. Doesn't that sound sick? I couldn't imagine sleeping 10 hours. Who would have 10 hours worth of like who would sleep for 10 hours, bro? To get 10 hours worth Darth Vader. So wild. Okay, cool. All right, so we got Darth Vader V breathing, which I think we could definitely just like plant in here. And the good thing is we only need one. And then honestly, maybe even like the sound of like a light. Like that would go insanely hard. My audio cut out? Audio cut out where? I think it's just you, maybe, hopefully. All right, cool. We back. Mic went off for a second. Yeah, typical. All right. Okay. Cool. We just need to go to downloads, and then we just need to open up another one. And that needs to go into creative, FL Studios, data, projects, dubstep, Jewel of the Fates, Hypertrench, main samples. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put that in there. Okay, and then we take this in and this one. Okay, and then what we're going to do from this one, quick reminder to save my project. That's probably not a bad idea. Let me just quickly Control S. Bang! All right, cool. Look at all of these. Oh, actually, you know what would go insane? The saber sound right. None of this getting rid of it because Mans is on like the downlifter. Yeah, the downlifter will definitely come in. Oh no, actually I don't know. I think with the crash. Like that, I think it'll sound fine. I think we should be chilling.
Only knew the power of the dark.
Okay, all right, we're going to extract them from sample. Yes, we're going to get the vocals. Ah! Stem extractor! I haven't downloaded it? Cringe. Okay, so now goes extract stems from sample. I don't want anything but vocals, and I don't want it, and I don't want it. Okay, extract.
You only knew the power of the dark side.
Man, that sucks. What a...
You only knew that if you...
That sucks. Why is that so freaking clean? Gosh.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side.
All right, so here's a real question. Can I just bang, 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 bang?
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. The dark, the dark, the dark. The dark, the dark, the dark, the dark. Dark side, dark side, dark side, dark side, dark side, dark side.
Yeah, I think I'll just have to volume automate everything in.
Dark side, dark side, dark side, dark side, dark. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Still a fat beat though. Holy moly. All right. Yeah, it's true.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Brother, holy moly. Oh.
If you
Okay, and then we need like a string riser, like a tension riser. Like exactly that. Whoa.
If you only knew the power of the dark If you only
Oh, I'm missing the entirety of that. That's crazy. This whole thing gone. All right, what else am I missing? Pitch bend. Speed macro. Is it the decay time? That's there. Band 1 frequency. Band 7 frequency. Okay. So what else am I missing? It's the... Nothing? Am I not missing anything? Okay, I just have an extra. Cool. So go dang. Ooh. Bang. And you know what? We're going to use that for the tape stop.
only knew power of the dark side. If you only knew. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Dark side, 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 dark side.
What, tape stop over this? Potentially. But it's the sub's the only one that's not being... volume automation on. Uh-huh. Gosh, it has a whole download for all of this. Give me it. Where am I at? I'm at 9 o'clock. Holy moly, guys. Where is the night gone? Thing open. I didn't. Okay, so we have video. Data. And then drag it in here. And now give me. Oh, that sounds sick from a distance. What? Bro. I forget that's in the intro, bro, because we haven't really been listening to it. Okay, I think what I might do is I might link this to something over here. 32, and then delay it with a triplet. Yeah, that sounds sick. I'm so in. Okay, so make unique a sample. Oops, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do that way.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only
It do beat Da Force. Exorcism, welcome to the chat, big man.
If you only knew the power.
Need a bigger. Okay, so maybe instead of like a. I don't know. Okay, so let's get some smaller impact in there instead. Oh, what have I just done? Uh-oh. What did I shut down?
If you only knew the power.
Okay, hold up. Close all windows. What's it called? Guys, what's it called? Open. No, it's completely gone. Dude. Am I silly? What's missing? What the heck goes there? Loudness meter, spectrogram, waveforms there, loudness is there, stereo meter is there. Oh, waveform. How do I pop it out? That's the real question. Why am I doing this now? Alright, waveform. Pop out. Bang! Okay, so now I can just drag it down here. And resize it to fit there.
If you only knew the power of the dark.
Yeah, that's better. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. We fixed it. Don't worry. We fixed it. Cool. Alright, so back to this.
If you only
Up.
If you only knew the power of the dark.
Surely, right? And then just sidechain that potentially and put it up to like 50.
If you only knew the power of the dark. of the dark, of the dark side. Of the dark side, of the dark side, of the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power, if you only knew the power, only knew the power. If you only knew the power, if you only knew the power.
I think we need to
If you only
EQ the ever-living crud out of these vocals for sure. Okay, and we're gonna throw them into.
If you only knew the power.
There's so much bass in it.
If you only knew the power. If you only knew the power.
Like, it needs more top presence as well, so that's what I think I'm gonna do.
If you only knew the power. If you only knew the power. If you.
And that's saturate. Ooh, not stereo enhance. Saturate. Where is it? Wave shaper. Soft saturation.
If you only knew the power.
And then clip it.
If you only knew the power.
Alright, fine. The saturation might be a little too much, guys.
If you only knew the power. 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 If you only knew. If you only knew the power. If you only. If you only knew the power. If you only knew the power. If you only knew the power.
If you only knew the power.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Sick.
Of the dark side. Of the dark side.
Reverb, where are you? There you are. All right, cool. Bang.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Classic. My library genre rhythm.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Gets so harsh.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Why does it sound horrible? Is it because it's not side? Oh, it is sidechained.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark.
Do I have a reverse crash in here? No, I don't. Okay. We insert this, make unique.
Of the dark side. Of the dark side. Of the dark side. Of the dark side. If you only knew the power. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Dark side. 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 Side.
So very harsh.
Side. 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 You only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power. You only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power of the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
You only knew the power. You only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power of the dark side. Knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power. You only knew the power of the dark side. You only knew the power. You only knew the power of the dark side. Side.
Why does it sound like... Yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, I'm trying to figure out where the extra distortion is coming from. It's, like, hella saturated, so I don't know where it's coming from. Have I doubled the basses up? I don't think I have doubled the basses up. You know, it's probably... Yeah, okay, I figured it out. It's right, it's right. It's the side chain. It's been plus 50 million dBs. Okay, so if I delete that. I have an idea. I really want this to be make unique as sample, and then instead of having it on 51, we're going to put it to 55. Pretty fat. And we're going to take out all of the low end. All of the low end! And boost the ups. And boost the ups. And then wave shape it so it's hella saturated. And then clip it. Now it should have some. Okay, and instead of that one, I want this one with the riser on the back side.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If you only knew the power of the side.
It's so muddy, bro. What? Maybe a horn? Ow! Whap, whap. Ugh. You know, I think that's what we've got time for. What are we at? We're at 9:30. All right, you know, that's not too bad. And this will make for a really good outro for the video. You don't know the power of the dark side. And then we can come back in and fix this up. All right, cool. Let's have a listen to everything, hey? All right, let's see what we got. Final everything. All right, what do we got?
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
That second section is going to go insanely hard because you know why? We're just going to go like this. Going to come across and just bang. We're just going to come up with a second bass. And that flow is going to be insane. All right. This burger bun has gone stale because I've been locked in. Oh, that's cool. We're chilling. That is okay. This has been quite literally a song. Made a song. Guys, we made a song. We made a song. We made a song. What? We've made a song. All right. Thanks for coming through, guys. I always appreciate you coming to watch the stream. This is kind of fun. I had this idea semi-stuck in my head for a little while now, so it's been good to nut it out a little bit and get it somewhat on the paper. We're definitely going to start. We really need to start finishing some tracks. I've got, what, 3 months worth of streams from this year. Not to mention about 4 months worth of streams from last year. Yeah. And there's like been one stream per week, which kind of equates to almost like 30 tracks. I've got 30 tracks that I could like finish. So maybe we just have a stream over the next couple of weeks. Choose the tracks that we should finish and potentially put up for release. Not a bad idea. HypaFlex in the chat for the first time tonight. Is she home? Might be home. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for coming through. Oh, she's outside. Lol. Anyway, I'm gonna leave because I need to let my wife in. All right, goodbye now. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye.